Now, in the ports dimension, Mr. Dimitis Iatridis, the challenges of green ports are, more than, offering a new fuels or new energy infrastructure to shipping. They have to also to green themselves. So the trend to create their operations and their logistical operations in all their ecosystem. So the trend to create green ports to reduce the carbon footprint and pave the way to sustainability is something that has increased a lot in the next years in the last years and will increase a lot in the years. But what will be the standard technologies for green ports and for reducing the risk for investors? Because interoperability is key for the connectivity in this line of business.
Thank you, Ruben, and congratulations to the organizers of this important conference today. Ports are indeed in a phase of dynamic transition, performing a leap forward to address the main challenges they face as organizations. These challenges can be summarized as the quest of ports, as you mentioned, to move towards the model of the green port, and second, the smart port, though these models, these paradigms are largely related and intertwined. Green transition in ports entails the use of renewable and other forms of clean energy by all players in the port ecosystem, and this is important. In the area of environmental good practices, targets are indeed very ambitious in the coming years, but we believe rightly so. In this framework, we actively participate in the debate and negotiation of a new alternative fuels infrastructure regulation, as initiated by the European Commission within the Fit for 55 package. The proposal introduces numerous requirements for alternative fuels infrastructures for various transport modes, including requirements for onshore power supply, OPS. It's well known in shipping circles as cold ironing. The current draft regulation prescribes that 90% of the port calls of ships of 5,000 or over 5,000 gross tonnage will be provided shoreside electricity at berth after a 2-hour stay. So the necessary infrastructures at port should be constructed. The envisaged Commission deadline is currently 2030, but the European Parliament these days, the rapporteur came up with a 2025 proposal, which we believe is most probably unrealistic, at least for the large ports. But this is a big challenge. And a very big challenge faced in Greece and other countries is to ensure that sufficient grid capacity and grid availability exists at ports. Remember that many ports are located within the cities, and they are integral parts of them, and they have their own extensive needs. So large multi-million euro investment is required to secure this level of grid capacity. In the port of Piraeus, where I'm located right now, for example, 11 cruise ships may coexist at berth with 26 passenger ships, all with high electricity needs, especially the cruise ships. But as we mentioned before, the large investments are required also for LNG, bio-LNG, hydrogen, all these technologies, and ammonia infrastructures, also falling within the scope of the regulation which is being currently negotiated. So in the framework of the decarbonization, the extension of the emissions trading system in shipping is welcome from us, always adhering to principles of proportionality, the polluter pays principle, and of course securing EU competitiveness. We need to preserve that. It's a vital priority also for the Greek economy, since 58% of the EU shipping fleet is controlled by the Greeks. In the area of digital transition, the use of cutting-edge technology leads to the adoption of the smart port model with positive ramifications for the environment, for energy consumption, and port operation optimization. So, artificial intelligence, concepts such as big data and augmented reality, concepts which are reality right now, offer practical solutions as we speak to the port. The ports already of the so-called digital twins, they use the so-called digital twins for the identification, control, and analysis of pollutant emissions, which is a very useful tool. And of course, all port stakeholders, including customers, are able to track merchandise and cargo real time, optimizing loading, unloading, and delivery. Digital twins have also positive implications in safety and security procedures, scenario planning, crisis management, and pollution prevention. So, a big digital revolution also is in place along with a green revolution. Thank you, Ruben.
Very good. Many thanks for your contribution, and we will see how and sorry but time is our I will say very our limit here, and but it's very important your intervention that showed us that change is on the move, but you need to have the human element ready for it, and to because it's not only change the technology, it's change procedures, change the culture.